Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook here at the 2023 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl with, man, another Raging Cajuns like we everywhere. Johnny Lumpkin, the outstanding tight end. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, fam.
Listen, big fan of your game because you're a classic inline guy.
Right.
You block well, you run routes well, you set guys up, catch the ball well. What part of your game that you wanted to come out here this week and showcase to the scouts that they may not have been familiar with?
Right. Really the one-on-ones, right? Typically that in our offense, running with great backs like Chris, having, Trey Reagans back in the day, Eli Mitchell, it's a list of them, right? I just wanted to show my one-on-one technique, just make sure that I can show them on top of the rock and get the separation that's necessary for me to get open on the next level, catch the ball well, right? Understanding, showing them that, again, it's the one-on-one. It's not because we're a run-heavy team I can get open because of the play action. I can also make myself open based upon the ability that I got.
And that's the thing, because a lot of times what you show on film,
right,
it may be because of what your offense is or
right,
what you're asked to do. Doesn't mean you can't do.
Right.
Where scouts surprised at your ability to get open one-on-one, especially at the top of your route.
Oh yeah. Now some of them was kind of shocked, but they wanted to see it though, right? So it was a great opportunity coming out here to showcase that my ability to run routes on the top of the route to get me separation is very key. So someone was surprised, but someone also knew that I had it in me, but they just wanted to make sure they can clarify that I can actually do it.
Now here's the thing: we talk about being an extension of the offensive line at the tight end position. Right. Your blocking is something that excels because those guys that run the ball appreciate you guys.
Oh, yeah, they do.
How good of a blocker are you, and where else do you see yourself growing within that role?
I took pride in my blocking, right? So one of our sayings was 5 equals 1 with our O-line, but if you know the Raging Cajuns, you know that we always did 11 personnel, right? So I used to always tell them 6 equals 1, right? So I was always an extra extension of the O-line. So I just always took pride in understanding that it's not always about you getting the ball, it's also about you blocking for the next man behind you, right? So it wasn't selfish. I'm not a selfish player. I want to make sure the next guy can do out and feed his family as well. So I always just took pride in it, right? And some of the scouts always told me that all throughout the week, like, you can block well, we didn't know you can run routes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just always took pride in everything because I used to always tell the media, they say, do you not like catching the ball or something like that? But I tell them, if we ran 60 plays in the game, right, typically 60 plays, and I caught 10 passes, and the other 50, Chris got hit every time. He had to pick himself up every time in backfield. That's a bad game. But to some people, it's a good game because you had 10 catches for 100 yards. But I always just took pride in wanting to become an overall tight end, be able to catch, run blocks, and I never knew I was going to get this big. So I always worked on, footwork, top of the routes, because I wasn't always that fast, and then somehow I just grew overnight.
You talk about pride.
Right.
We know that Cajuns program is all about pride. You see me on TV doing the Cajuns thing.
With the helm in the back.
Always the helm in the back. Always representing Cajuns. What's Cajun pride mean to you?
For me, just coming from Atlanta, Georgia, right? Like, never had the opportunity to really go to Louisiana until I went, right? It's the culture. Like, they always had a saying that Jake Delone told us, like, a Cajun is somebody who will take their shirt off your back, right? So, like, once I really understood that and grasped it, I feel the family atmosphere that's got. Like, I just went back down before I flew up to for this bowl game. Maybe I was excited to see me, Coach, me and Coach Dez. It's just a special relationship there. But it's just something special in that whole, like, that city, the whole state of Louisiana. They just always got each other back. I know for certain when I go back to Atlanta, I always got a second home down in Louisiana.
They're always going to take care of you, man. And here's the thing. We watch you out here do your thing, watch you down at Acadiana do your thing as well for those Raging Cajuns. Wish you the best luck moving forward, man.
I appreciate you, fam. Always been there with you.